Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you. And, you know, I'm Serena Curran. And right now, what I'm going to talk about is setting yourself up for manifesting by dealing with feelings of loss and grief and about letting go. So let's begin. So, in this time, everyone is experiencing some sense of loss. It could be a loss of your job. It could be a loss of a friend or family member. It could be a loss of your freedom to go hiking. It could be the loss of your identity. Who am I? So there's all kinds of losses, but everyone's got some, and it's really important to actually grieve those losses, to allow yourself to be in touch with them and to grieve them. And why is that? Well, there's a lot of encouragement to do what I call a spiritual bypass, which is to just really substitute another feeling, kind of ignore or push aside what you're really experiencing. And honestly, that's not going to work for you because the energy of that you've pushed aside or covered over is still present in your field or in your body. And so it's still contributing to your ability to manifest. So the first order of business then is really to deal with the losses that you're experiencing. And so it's perfectly okay to have tears and to cry and to let yourself release, to grieve, to have anger, and as long as it's not directed at anyone else, because you own it. And just to allow yourself to have whatever feelings you're actually really having. Just to tune into your heart and really touch or your body and say, how am I really feeling about this? What's really going on here? And this is an ongoing practice because, of course, your feelings come and go. But we're really wanting to deal with the ones, the loss and the grief that are with you at this time. So one of the ways that you can release the grief and the loss is to actually write about it, to journal, but in a little different way than you might be used to doing. And that is to actually tune into the feeling and to actually write about it in terms of what is it with all your senses. So what does it taste like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What color is it? All those feelings. And as you're writing this and describing it, it actually can transform and be removed. So it's a very simple process. Another way of releasing feelings of fear and anxiety is to do something called focusing. And with that, all you really do is you just notice where that feeling is residing in your body and go into that feeling in your body and ask for what is this feeling? What is the name of it? And if it comes back as sadness, let's say, for example, you might want to ask, well, what kind of sadness is it? Is it deep sadness? Is it mourning? Is it just a feeling of unease? What is that actual word that goes with it? And then allow that word to speak with you and have a dialogue with it. And you can do this either in your mind or in writing. And that allows, again, for the feelings to move. And then I'll give you a third process, which is really simple, which is to do circular breathing. And so whatever your feeling is to just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth slowly and deeply and continuously breathe without a stop. And you can do that, 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes. It might take only a few minutes. And that will also allow you to move into a place of peace and relaxation. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, loss is a normal thing for us to be experiencing. And so really accepting that is going to help you a lot more than it is if you start to reject it. And I think I just want to say one more thing about crying. It's perfectly okay to cry, but what you want to see is that when you're finished crying, you feel better. If your crying continues and continues and continues and doesn't stop, or it's not really releasing, then it's time to just really stop yourself from crying and go, okay, we need to do something different here and try one of these processes. of course, you can use these processes without being in tears too. But anyway, so, and then I want to talk a little bit about letting go. Because, you may have had dreams about what you wanted to create in your life or your business. Maybe you had a particular income goal for this year, and you know that that's not going to be, well, I don't want to say impossible. Let's just say that it's not that right this moment. It doesn't look like that's something you're going to be able to do. So you might need to let that go and create a different goal for yourself. Maybe you wanted a romantic partner, and now isn't a great time to be finding that. So you might need to let that go. Whatever it is that you need to let go, I love to invite you to use what I call the sunrise sunset process, or sunset sunrise process. And that is that, when either imagine or at the time of sunset, to really sit down and think about what is it I need to let go of here in my life. Do I need to let go of some people in my life? Do I need to let go of some experiences in my life? Do I need to let go of some goals in my life? What is it I need to let go of that if I continue to hang on to them, they're just going to pull me down? So, and then you come to sunrise, and you can, actually go through some kind of a process where you write down the things you're going to let go of. You can imagine what you want to let go of, and just imagine them going down with the sunset, going down and being released and gone. And remembering that there's always a sunrise tomorrow. And in that sunrise, you're having a new day with a new canvas and new possibilities. And so at that sunrise, you might ask yourself, what is it that you would like to do today? Who would you like to be? What would you like to experience? What kind of feelings would you like to experience? And if you can identify a particular feeling that you want to experience, then the question is, so how do I go about feeling that? What actions would I take to generate that feeling? And so instead of being at the mercy of feelings arising and coming, which are fine, but you also have the possibility of generating the feelings that you want as well. And so that's what I'll leave you with. I do want to say that as I bring it around, that it's really important to go through these processes, because again, if you want to manifest, you need to let go. You need to grieve your losses, let go, and create an open space for you to begin to manifest. And so, and just as if you're finding that you're really having a difficult time, I do have services that I offer, and I'd be just happy to talk with you about what might be right for you as well. And I do medical intuitive as well. But I also would ask you, really, if this has resonated with you, or someone that could be helped by this, to please go ahead and share this with them, so that they also can receive some relief and set themselves up for manifesting what it is that they want in their lives. And so with that, I'll close, and I'll wish you a beautiful day.